Why is the student loan conversation so politicized? Friends, I'm all about paying back debt. And do you think it's reasonable that my student loan payment went from $83 a month to $550? Something is wrong here. If your payment jumped, keep watching, especially if you were on the SAVE program. That's going away now. The Student Debt Crisis Center conducted a survey for people that were on that SAVE program and found that 51% now had an increase in monthly payment of $500 or more. Previously, that median payment was $110, and 27% of people on that SAVE program had a $0 payment. This is very important. If you're on the SAVE program, you actually have to elect, meaning you have to apply again for an income-based repayment. Otherwise, you're just going to automatically go on standard repayment, which divides out what you owe versus what you make when it comes to calculating your payments. Student loans are like my kryptonite. Everywhere else in the financial world, I'm all about it, but something about these just really hits me emotionally. I find them frustrating. I find it a very predatory system. I'm kind of mad at myself for not really knowing what I was signing on for. And what I find is when we have such a strong emotion, we tend to avoid things because it's uncomfortable. So let's do this together. Head over to your student loan portal. At least check and see what type of repayment plan do they have you on. If you're on standard and think that you could benefit from an income-based repayment, apply. You know, this is something where I believe the SAVE folks have until the end of September to do this. And I do not want to see you pay over $500 if you don't have to, especially if you've been on a track for student loan forgiveness. All right, end rant for today. My name is Amy. I'm not an advisor, but I am curious to know, did you find that you're on an income-based plan or not? And like, how does it feel? Because like, we're all in this together. I don't think there's any right way to feel about this. It's a lot to navigate, and we can try to do this together. I'll talk to you next time.